Hello, my name is Preethi. I am working as an assistant professor, the Department of EEE in SNS College of Engineering. Today, we are going to focus on Unit 2 Wind Energy, topic number 2, Types of Wind Power Plants. So let's see about the introduction part of it. A wind turbine is a device which uses the kinetic energy of blowing wind to generate the electrical energy. Actually, a wind turbine consisting of 2 or 3 rotor blades which are mounted on a rotor. When the blowing wind exerts a lift and a drag force on these blades, what happens? The rotor starts rotating. So, the main shaft is attached to the rotor, which is connected to the electric generator. So, it is going to convert the mechanical energy into one electrical energy. So, generator produces the electricity when driven by the wind turbine. So, we'll all know about the basic principle of the wind energy. So, depending upon the axis of rotation, the wind turbines are classified into two main types. The first one we can call it as HAWT. The next one we can call it as VAWT. HAWT, it means that horizontal axis wind turbine, and VAWT is called as the vertical axis wind turbine. Yes, let's see about the HAWT and VAWT. So, in the HAWT, the type of wind turbine in which the axis of rotation is parallel to the flow of air, that is called as the HAWT. Whereas in the case of VAWT, a type of wind turbine in which the axis of rotation of turbine and the flow of air stream are perpendicular to each other, that we call as the vertical axis wind turbine. So, the vertical axis wind turbine is also known as cross wind axis turbine. You can see the picture of vertical axis machines here. These are some examples given here in this slide. And then let's see about the main advantages of VAWT when comparing with the HAWT. So, in the case of the HAWT, have comparatively low cut-in speed and have a high power coefficient. But the design of the HAWT is relatively more complicated and costly when comparing with the vertical axis machines. So the main advantages will be it can be placed on the ground, simpler structure, and no need of the yaw mechanism. So in the early 1980s, the HAWT and VAWT machines are given here in this picture. It is called as a HAWT. So in the case of HAWT, it is most efficient type of wind turbine, and it is widely used worldwide because it is mainly used for generation of electricity for commercial purposes in different parts of the world. These are the examples of the HAWT machines. We can see the various pictures of it. In the HAWT, the electric generator is installed at the top of the tower, whereas in the case of VAWT, a generator is installed on the ground. It's the basic difference between it. And also, let's see the location of gearbox. In a HAWT, the gearbox is installed at top of turbine tower. In the case of VAWT, the gearbox is installed at the bottom of the turbine. So advantages will be self-starting, less expensive, and available in commercial manner. These are various advantages of HAWT machines. So it is a practical application. When we can see the transmission lines, the wind turbine is going to transformer, and the main setup is given here in a practical orientation. So in this video, we can be able to understand what do you mean by the HAWT and VAWT. These are called as the types of wind turbines. So I would like to ask some basic questions to you, my dear students. Are wind turbines noisy? You please let me know the answer. And are wind turbines financially viable? So let me know your answers. So I have referred the two books, Joshua Ernest Torre-Villieu, Wind Power Plants and Project Development, and Chetan Singh Solanki. These are two books I have referred. So I want to give a crisp idea about the wind turbines. So here the conclusion part will be that The most significant difference that you should note here is that HAWT has the axis of rotation parallel to the wind stream, whereas in the case of the vertical axis wind turbine has the axis of rotation perpendicular to the wind stream. So both these types of the wind turbines use the kinetic energy of blowing wind to drive an electrical generator to produce an electricity. So thank you for your kind attention. Thank you, students.